Morti, this is David, the husband. Hello, darling.
Morty, hello.
It's fancy meeting you here.
Well, I do happen to be on the sofa.
Yeah, rather than on the fence. This is, who will believe this? This is Flosstube number 13. Unlucky for some. We have yet to see whether this is going to be unlucky for us. Let's hope it's not unlucky.
Okay.
We've not had a very good week, have we?
Not the best of weeks, but we'll come to that.
Yeah, as those of you who may have seen Stitchman Darcy's most recent video. Yeah, not been a good week.
But I'm here.
You're here.
Which is...
You're here.
You're
not.
And excited, because we've got news.
Yes, we've got all sorts of news. But yes, so it's today we are filming, it is the 5th of December. It is Krampus Eve, apparently so.
Krampus Eve.
So, yeah, actually we ought to really get Buddy down from up there. He's sat there, you know, you might notice there's no Christmas decorations up at this precise moment.
Drink some mead.
Yeah. Now there's an idea. So we'll have to get some decorations out tomorrow and
do the thing.
Do the thing and put some holly and ivy around and what have you. Yes, last video we did was the 31st of October, Halloween.
October, November. Oh, that's okay. Just...
about 5 weeks.
Okay.
We would have done it last week because last week, on the 27th of November, was my 1 year anniversary.
Woo, woo, woo!
I say mine because for the first couple of vlogs I did on Flosstube, you weren't here.
No, I wasn't. No.
You didn't take part, and then you took part, and then it's like you're here now.
I'm
staying.
part of the furniture.
You're staying. Stay put, yeah.
Well, I have a little celebration. Let's celebrate. I have got a little celebration.
You have a little
Yes,
celebration?
yes. It's a year, isn't it?
It
So
is a year.
a little something to celebrate a year. It's a little something, a little celebration for a year. Woohoo! A year!
Thank you.
Well done.
You bought me chocolate to celebrate our vlogiversary.
Yes.
I haven't bought you anything.
That's quite right.
I was unprepared, woefully.
It's not my year, it's your year.
I suppose. So that means we get 2 vlogiversaries in it.
Fabulous.
It's quite funny because, well, we're going to go into stitching fairly quickly in a minute, but it was quite funny because Stitchman Darcy had his vlogiversary and I thought, oh, I must check when mine is so I don't forget it. And when I actually checked, I turned out it was 5 days before I'd checked, so...
It passed us by.
It's because I left it 2 months before doing number 2, and I thought that our first one would be in January, and it wasn't. It was November. Never mind. Anyway, so quick thanks to, we've got loads of new subscribers. I'm a little disappointed because I had hoped we'd hit 500 by this video, and we're about 4 short.
A whole 4.
A whole 4.
But it does make a difference because you do have ideas for.
Oh, I know exactly what's going to happen. There is going to be a giveaway at 500. And we'll let you know what it is when we hit 500, which means we'll probably do a video. Our next one's probably going to be the 18th of December, just before Christmas. And we might do one on Christmas Day if you're here.
If I'm here.
Because he might be working.
Maybe.
If not, it'll be Boxing Day, the Feast of St. Stephen.
Yes.
Excellent. Okay, so we need to say thank you. I'm going to forget some people, so I'm really sorry right now. But a big thank you to Rogue Mama Stitcher, lovely Amber. She did a great shout out on her channel, as did Stitchalonka and Esther, the Danish Stitcher. They both shouted us out on their channels. Stitchalonka, love you. Love you. Your sense of humour in your first vlog was absolutely brilliant.
Fantastic.
And David has a special message for you.
Guten Abend, Stitchalonka. Ich wünsche dir sehr viel Grüße. I just sent lots of love.
Oh, okay. My German's not very good, but his is excellent. And one day we'll tell you the story about the knife. That sounds a lot scarier than it is. But it's not scary. It's just the story about the knife in German. Yeah, that's one of our first dates. That wasn't it?
One of the first, yeah.
A whole linguistic
exchange.
Escapade.
Yeah.
Involving an eating knife.
Yeah.
Yeah. But for those who don't know, David actually grew up in Germany for several years. He went to boarding school.
Yep.
And
twice.
At the age of 5, he didn't speak English.
No. No,
That's
you hardly do now.
You hardly do now. Yeah. say no more. Anyway, so, and of course, we've already mentioned him, but Stitchman Darcy has made it to his 1 year vlogiversary. Congratulations, dude. It was a real pleasure actually taking part in your video. It was so much fun. And to watch everybody's contributions was just...
Yeah, nicely done.
The best. The best. So... thank you, of course, to all the subscribers and everybody who's commented. We do our best to actually reply to everybody, but I would be here all night if we just did that. And here we are, 6 minutes into the video, and we haven't touched stitching yet. So, the first thing we need to do, somebody's got some finishes.
I have.
And it's not me.
Can't believe it. I finally finished.
Hang on.
What?
You're forgetting something.
Oh, yeah, ding-a-ding.
You've got some finishes, haven't you?
I have.
Oh, hang on.
Well.
So, first one.
Long, long ago, in a galaxy far away.
No, it's not a galaxy far away. It's right here.
Oh, yeah, just here. I had a go at doing a bothy threads stitch. It was fabulous. I loved doing it. I was, at that point, I was a soul whipper.
Yeah, you were monogamous.
I was a
monogamous stitcher.
And
I
did this. I did this piece of work
like the devil. He's a soul
until it was
whipper.
finished. Remember this little round? But it's now finally finished. Thanks to the kind Morti who acquired me this beautiful ring that hangs.
One of these nice ones with the stretchy stretchy outside. They make it really
obviously the curves on the van suit the curves of the ring and all of that, and the tyres and bits and pieces. So it's and then we finished it off. A little bit of felt backing. And it's a nice feeling to have her finally finished.
Yeah, so that's going up on the wall somewhere. Probably in the craft room because we've got the camper van clock in there.
Indeed, but our colour schemes don't really mix with the orange, really,
orange, do they? Yeah, it's orange.
So yes, so that's that. That's the first real piece of cross stitching I did. I started and then, just like I say, monogamously cracked on with it.
You did.
I did.
You did.
And it's come up ever so clean. So if anybody is worried about their grubbiness of their piece of work, yeah. Anyway, moving on.
Oh, there's more.
Much more in the present. A short while ago, I started something called Happy Birthdaisy, and I commented on how much of a challenge the backstitch was.
Oh yeah.
It was
an anchor kit, wasn't it?
An anchor kit.
Stitch on 16 HPI. Flosstube's nose.
The thing that I have come to realise, it's a tiny, tiny piece of work.
You don't realise,
but I seem to take forever to do it. But here we are. This is coming into view now.
Put it at an angle because you'll see the ring
beautiful.
light otherwise.
Obviously, Happy Birthdaisy was designed to be put on a birthday card, a celebration card, a day to celebrate something happy, getting a bunch of daisies. But I think he's lovely. And mounted in the frame. Yeah, it's a joyous day to have two finally finished. So yeah.
Yeah, he's going to hang up in the hallway. Well, we can put him up when it's birthday and he goes up for a week at a time.
Yeah.
Swapping out like people have their seasonal ones. We've got a birthday one.
Happy Birthdaisy, yeah.
Happy Birthdaisy. That'd be really cool, actually. Well done.
No, thank you.
I was such a lot of hard work for you as well. Some of that backstitch.
The backstitch was tricky because I'd not come across backstitch that goes...
It's the first time I've seen what I would call chaos backstitch.
Yeah. Hang
on, let me get closer. Look at this. Look at this. This is what you're meant to do with this. And then there's all of this lot around here. It's chaos backstitch.
Yeah.
It's not just nice and neat and straight like doing Peppermint Purple's black work. No. That's chaos.
It was the first time that I had to put my needle up the middle of the square.
Yeah.
And that was...
That's what she said.
Careful.
So
yes. Done. Moving on.
Gruß aus Tirol.
Gruß aus Tirol. Yes.
Yay!
Greetings from the Tyrol.
So then.
Hello, hound.
Got a dog coming in.
We've got a dog coming in. Hello, Nebula. I'm not going on the floor.
Lay down.
Lay
down. Right, so next, should we have a look at your whips then? What are you working on now? What are you going to do first?
picked up, after finishing Birth Daisy, I fell in love with something that's very old-fashioned apparently, but it made me tickle.
It's not old-fashioned, it's an old joke.
But I came to it new just
You came
recently.
to it new. He was today years old.
This is the border for something called Meddle Not in the Affairs of Dragons. For you are crunchy and taste good with ketchup.
Yes.
And it's basically a picture of a dragon roasting a knight. And all we got at the moment is the border. It's something like 500 stitches.
Yeah, you've not counted. He doesn't do counting. He doesn't need to.
For those eagle-eyed people, might notice that...
Shall I hold it? Because you're actually completely out of shot there.
Doesn't matter, I can talk through it.
There you go.
The pattern might not look right to some people because the chart...
He's wrong.
Is wrong. It's got errors. And I didn't twig that it was meant to be a cable of rope running along through.
And there.
I just stitched as...
And there.
The chart.
And there. So he just stitched the chart. He because you're still... what I would call a novice.
Indeed,
stitcher.
a novice, yeah,
Beginner.
Yeah, quite.
So he just stitched it blithely, and when I looked over his shoulder when he brought it home, I was like, that chart's, you've got a couple of errors there. He went, I haven't.
I was really careful because I did loads of frogging.
So he showed me the chart, and it was like, So the actual chart is by Snarky Art Company on Etsy. And you're doing it on 26 count hard dagger. If the fabric looks vaguely familiar, that's the same as I'm doing for my field of ducks.
Yes.
Or someone said actually recently you call it your field of trucks.
Field of trucks, yes.
Because you're a trucker.
Yeah, good idea. If I was stitching it, it would be the field of trucks.
But the field of ducks is funnier.
I like the field of ducks.
So yes, that's really unfortunate. But yes, so he's working on that. So
and I'm really loving doing it because it's the repetitiveness of it. As I say, I'm pretty novice to the cross stitching, and it's nice to get into the flow of something.
So the question I have to ask you is, are you going to unpick that bottom row and correct it?
That's the top row.
That's not the top row.
That's the side row.
No, the bottom row of stitches where there are errors. That row there.
Yes.
It's not the bottom row because that's the bottom row.
Yes,
the next row up. Are you going to unpick it?
I can't though, because you told the advice you gave me was to do from the stitch up, from the stitch up, from the bottom row up, from the bottom row up, from the bottom row up.
Right.
So I'd have to unpick all of it to go back to the beginning.
Okay. So you could actually turn it up the other way and then use that as the bottom.
This is where I'm learning. Don't do long threads.
Yeah.
Because if that was on 2 or 3 threads, I could find. But I've got 1 thread going through there.
Okay.
Because I've got long
Never
arms.
mind. Never mind. It's going to be that chucklesome, but the rest of them are going to be right, aren't they?
Yes. Okay. And so then the other piece, because I wanted to join this club of multi-whips. I like the idea of multi-whips.
Yeah.
So my daughter did Textured Treasures, the Celtic bee.
Yes.
And it looks beautiful. And
yep.
I thought I'd have a go at it.
This is what it should look like.
Yes.
And here's where you're at the moment.
Not many stitches. It is hard. I think I might have jumped up a level beyond my ability. It's even weave, of course. 28.
Comes with the kit.
28 count.
I'm not sure. I think it is.
But it is a very small count, and I'm struggling with the chart. I'm going to sort it out. I'm sure I can get a head around it. But it will be slow progress. This isn't going to the truck. The plan was to have that one at home, stitch that one at home, and then take...
I think you've done 30 something actually.
Meddle Not. I think something like 33 stitches.
Something like 33 stitches.
Yeah.
It looks... I'll show you the picture again. It looks deceptively easy. But I've had a look at it and it's full of fractional stitches, isn't it?
Yes.
Or maybe it's not full of fractional stitches, but you're just doing them.
Yes.
So maybe what you need to do, if you're going to start it again, is just do all the whole stitches. And then we'll see what it looks like and whether or not you need to put the fractionals in once you've done the back stitch.
The sense I'm getting, the fractional stitches are basically filling the gaps where the back stitch is going to go. It's just filling a hole.
Yeah.
So putting them in isn't a problem. it's keeping track of what I've stitched and if I've put it in the right place.
And the creased edges are where you had it in a Q-snap, aren't they?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
There we go. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So, yeah.
So you'll see that ongoing very slowly.
Yeah.
When I'm home, I will sit and do that one.
Yeah.
And then we have other up and coming news about other whips and stuff. So
We do.
Yeah,
right. So my whips now.
your whips now.
I've actually done some stitching. Can you just dive over there and get that plastic bag for me, though? Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. There's no dive. Stay put. Stay put. He's not diving anywhere. More on that later. Okay. So in my defence, I've been doing a lot of... I'll probably put a photograph up here just now of where I'm at with it. But I've been trying to knit a hoodie and I haven't got very far. This baby's going to have outgrown it. Anyway, so that's my non-stitching whip. Peppermint purple.
Yes. Go
Remember
on.
last time it looked like
Bated
this?
breath.
Yeah, this last time it looked like this. And this time it looks like this. Well, so I've rolled it around the frame. But you'll see that last time this wasn't stitched. This was a box, long box.
Yeah.
And these were all in the outlines room, but I hadn't done any stitching. I can't remember how many stitches the box is, unfortunately, how many I did. But the rest of it, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and I haven't counted this bit at the moment. But those 5 boxes between them are 1,132 stitches.
Congratulations.
That's probably another sort of 100 or so.
So those remaining 5 boxes are December's?
No, they're October still.
Oh, okay.
About 10 weeks behind.
10 weeks, okay.
So Peppermint Purple Stitch Along is being done on 18 count DMC White Ada, and I am using DMC 550 and 3387. Just so you know. So the boxes on the outside are the frames are 550, and then all the fill-ins are 3387. Dark and light purple. Lighter purple.
Still lovely.
I'm getting there. I am getting there.
End in sight.
End is in sight.
End in sight.
So that's that one. And then...
Here comes Johnny.
Right. So last time he looked like this.
Is
that your impersonation of a reindeer? Or an elk or a moose?
Isn't he a moose?
He's a moose,
That was my moose.
Yeah, he's the Christmas moose, isn't he? So this is, it is, as I say, by Panna. I think it's 14 holes per inch fabric. And here's where we are at the moment. So last time you saw, obviously, he looked like such and such. And I'm not doing very well today because it's been a while. So we've got all the snow in up here. I'm starting on the back stitch. So it's got some back stitch done up here.
Nice.
But yeah, the snow's in, and then I've got the snow on this side to do, and then all the back stitch, and then he's done. And he has eyes. He has white in his eyes.
Yeah. Yes. It's just brought him alive.
It has. He's lovely.
And droopy ears. Just fabulous.
So there you go. Right.
Nicely done.
I was hoping to get him on the wall for Christmas. We can probably sellotape him up. But he won't be framed.
You won't be framed.
He won't be framed. He'll be framed after Christmas. The next thing I was talking about last time was one of the plans and announcements was to start the Sleepy Hollow by Glendon Place. So, and I hadn't started it at all. It was just in plans and announcements. And I can confirm, because we're doing it as a stitch along with my Spooky Coven friends, and several of us are doing this particular sale. I am stitching it on 28 count Brittany Even Weave by Barclays in Stormy Sky, and I have managed, I'm going to fold this up. I mean, it's fabulous fabric. Look at that. Is it wonderful?
Good description, isn't it?
I have done
Stormy Skies.
not much, which is a total of 517 stitches.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It doesn't look like it, does it?
No, gosh.
But it is. And I know this because I count them from not Myths and Magic, from Survival of the Stitchiest. That's the one I'm in at the moment. I put that aside in favour of working on Johnny the Moose.
So yeah, Johnny has slipped to do some stitches on the Headless Horseman.
No.
Oh, you put the Headless Horseman aside.
I put the Headless Horseman
to do stitches
aside
on Johnny.
to do
I
stitches on
understand.
Johnny,
Yeah.
because I'd like to get Johnny done by Christmas.
I'm with you.
So the spooky stitching has been put aside.
Okay.
The other spooky stitching I was doing is the Lakeside Needlecraft stitch along. And again, this is what it looked like last time. And here we are now. This was, as I say, Lakeside Needlecraft. It's been stitched on 16 count Ada in pumpkin, which is a printed fabric. I'm not normally a big fan of orange, but this is okay. And
it suits the theme.
I've done quite a bit. I've done 834 stitches. But again, I put it aside to work on Johnny. Partly because I kind of had enough of it by that point.
And hence there is the reason for being multi-whippers.
Yeah.
Because you can do some and then put it down and do some and, yeah.
Go.
Great. Do you like the candles?
Yeah, the candles are good.
Very cool.
Are good.
Very cool.
There's some debate about whether or not you're supposed to backstitch all the way around. The rumour is that you do need to backstitch around all of the candles, and that's kind of like, everyone's like,
It would make them jumpy out though. Look at the, because your pumpkin material.
No. Not the candles, I'm talking about the candlesticks.
Oh, the candlestick. Oh.
Yeah.
No.
Makes them a bit more solid. So I think I have actually.
Oh, I see.
I don't know
what you
if
mean.
you can
Give
zoom
them a
in
hard
quite
edge.
so much. So
yeah.
here I have done the backstitching. And it just gives
it gives it a hard edge.
Thickens them.
Yeah. I'm with you.
So that's all my whips, because I've not worked on the Field of Ducks and I haven't worked on the Siren's Lament either. Between you, Medusa, it's just like it's chaos around here.
Not sure chaos describes it properly, but we'll let you have it. Okay, so what do we do next?
We have haul next.
I've got them.
No, I have, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I got talked into the purchasing in the last HAED sale, Heaven and Earth Designs.
By who? And I'll go and get them.
It was the Coven.
It was
You've got a lot of travelling to do to get hold of them, because they're everywhere. I'm not going to show you the pictures I've got in front of me because the printer kind of messed up a bit. So I will drop pictures in just here. I bought Appointment with the Maker by Alchemy Gothic.
Beautiful.
On Heaven and Earth
Fabulous picture.
It's an 88 colour design that will be 650 stitches wide by 907 high. That's quite a substantial piece.
3 feet.
Yes. And the other one I've got is What Lies Beneath. And it's by someone called Dakota. And I think her name is pronounced Dietweiler or Dateweiler or Dietweiler. So anybody who does know, can you please correct me? But this is fab. This would go quite nicely in the bathroom as well, wouldn't it?
But the Spooky Street one, Meeting a Stranger.
Appointment with the Maker.
I think Darcy would enjoy doing that one.
You think?
Yeah, Mr. Darcy, definitely.
It's Mr. Cameron.
Mr. Cameron.
Yeah.
You know
He's not
me.
Mr. Darcy.
Is he not?
No, his first name's Darcy.
Cool.
You know that.
Anyway, I think he'd enjoy doing that.
You think he'd... I don't know. He probably would. Maybe. See what you think. Darcy, why don't you let us know in the comments? I also bought more 310. I don't need to show anybody what DMC 310 looks like, do I?
We're heavy users of 310.
I must put on my Amazon wish list for a cone of doom.
Cone of doom.
Cone of doom. What else have I bought? I think I've just dropped. Oh no, there they are. There they are. I thought it's time that I actually stretched my borders beyond DMC and Anchor.
Really?
Yeah. So
you bought some.
I have bought 3 different threads. I thought I'd give them all a go, but I have no idea what I'm going to stitch them on. I just thought I fancy getting some of these, so
right.
It just jumped out at me. So this one is a Weeks Dye Works in the colourway Battleship.
Battleship.
Yes, and it's not. It's really not showing up very well there, but it's a grey. It's Battleship grey.
Really,
but it's kind of got. There's this very faint sort of.
Very American Battleship.
Got phone battery dying. Don't know what happened there, but there you go. We'll wrap this up fairly quickly because we're down to 20% battery power. So. It's a Battleship grey, but there is. Oh, I don't know if I can. I wonder if this will do it. If I put it behind, is it going to fry the colours out? I don't know. There's a plum in that as well. You might get there's a slight variation, subtlety in tones. Yeah. So I got the Weeks Dye Works, which is a cotton floss.
Okay.
And I also bought Threadworks. I've never used Threadworks before. And this is also 100%
Like the
cotton.
Italian trickler.
It's Christmas colours.
Oh, of course it is.
Look, green and red and white, and there's a little bit of blue in there.
Green, red and white. So the Italian trickler.
Yes, but the Italian trickler doesn't have blue in it.
There's blue?
There's
oh, yes,
blue.
there is. Yeah, you're right.
Christmas colours. I don't know what I'm going to stitch with it. I don't know what colour fabric I'm going to stitch on, because there's at least 4 colours there.
Tell you who we saw this week that reminds me of doing a Christmas one.
Yep.
Is forgive me if you remember for forgetting her name, but she did the advent calendar. Amber. Very impressed. I like that a lot.
And the last one I bought
Yes.
is I bought
Purple.
Dinky Dyes. I bought some Dinky Dyes. This is silk.
Oh, silk.
This is a proper silk, 100% silk. And I bought the colourway Cabernet. Cabernet. Yeah. Okay.
So we need a pattern of array of wine bottles.
I suppose so. Bear with me a minute. I need to plug in the phone.
You do?
Because it's just shouted at me that we've got no battery left. And I need to I don't want to stop filming. So I'm going to find the plug-in. Bear with us.
That was the big head, that super close up.
Extreme close up. Oh God, I'm channeling Darcy. Can you tell? Do you like it? You watch. Now the cable's not going to reach. This is going to be classy. So bear with me. Let's see if we can do this without making anything go bang. Ta-da! Hopefully. Woo!
The light's all dimmed.
The light's all dimmed. Hopefully that's now working. Right, okay. Yes, of course. So then. Oh, and so that's my threads. I bought that floss. And then Claire Brown cross stitch. It's quite handy actually. So that last floss was called Cabernet. Yeah. And Claire Brown cross stitch suddenly announced on her her Instagram group that she'd got some fabric in that has been out for a while. And I was like, I'm having a piece.
That's like that Stormy Skies, but in purple.
It is. It's called Merlot.
Right, there's a theme running here.
This is Merlot. It is a 14 count Ada.
Wow.
It's much more sort of deeper purple than it's showing up on that camera at the moment.
Beautiful though, you get an effect of
It's
it.
lovely,
Yeah,
I've got a piece of
Yeah.
17.5 inches by 19.5 inches. Again, I don't actually know what I'm going to stitch on it. It is printed, not dyed.
What does that mean?
It means I've got to be very careful about washing it. I can't use detergent.
Right, okay. So can't we fix it before you start stitching on it?
I don't know. I really don't know. And the other piece that I bought, because I've been hanging out for a bit of this for a while, is her Ghost Nebula fabric. And I got this in a 16 count.
Okay.
It's just asking for something. This is just awesome. Look at that. Look at that.
Does anybody do a pattern for the Star Trek Enterprise?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure they do. Yes, an Enterprise would be rather good on that, wouldn't it? Or maybe the Millennium Falcon.
Or the Falcon,
But
yeah.
that has got, the colours that are in it. There's a pink and a green and a blue.
It's a Stormy Sky, that's
and a
beautiful.
yellow. It's got.
That's really lovely, yeah, no,
it's
it's
just
really
fabulous.
good. Maybe it needs to be something more than a well-known aircraft.
Yep. So I think that's everything. Plans and announcements.
I haven't got my plan, my announcement to, so I'll tell next time.
Oh, okay.
Because the badger will be on frame next time.
Well, you can mention it.
I can't remember anything about it. So
I can't remember anything about it. It was John Stubbs' artwork by Heritage Stitchcraft, and it's the badger that is the companion piece to the barn owl that I stitched for my mother. I really must get that extra up, that video of the whole thing from start to finish. Yeah, that'd be good.
Good. So I'm looking forward to getting that started.
Yeah, that needs to go in the frame. You've got a frame over there to put it
do.
on. You do. You need to get on with that, mate.
I do.
You did.
Correct.
And last time in October, I mentioned that I would be doing the spooky house that was done by Sandra Parlow of X's and O's as a stitch along with Nadine, who's Nad's X Stitch on Flosstube. And unfortunately, Nadine's had a lot of family issues, health-wise, medical ones, and unfortunately her father passed away recently. So she's been back and forth to Malta quite a bit. I think she's going back for Christmas as well.
Good for
her. So Nadine, all our love and best wishes and our sincerest condolences. And I've chatted to her this evening and she says, let's start it on 1st of January. So
excellent. Look forward to seeing that grow.
Yeah, so between now and then,
get Johnny finished.
Get Johnny finished. My plan is to get Johnny finished, to get Peppermint Purple finished. Because that ends at the end of December.
Get the Candlesticks moved along.
Get the Candlesticks moved along if not finished, and to get the cryptids up to date.
Cool.
So I'm about 9.
You're giving yourself quite a lot to do because you're a fair way behind on cryptids.
I am, but I'm off work for 11 days over Christmas.
Excellent.
So if I could get a cryptid a day done, I'll have caught up.
You will, yes.
Yeah. Awesome. So that's my plans and announcements. Reading, watching, listening to. This is the pop culture section. So if you don't want to stick around, and trust me, you need to stick around because we've got some plans. But we have seen Dune. Well, I've seen Dune 3 times now.
Yeah, me twice.
You twice.
Very good.
Me 3 times. It is the first time ever that I have been to see a film more than once in cinema. Never done it before.
Gosh, look at you.
And then I go and see Dune 3 times. It was well worth it. It's so worth seeing.
We really like it. Obviously, it's very personal.
Yeah.
Films and stuff.
Music's amazing.
Yes.
Hans Zimmer's brilliant.
Acting was just incredible. Real good choice of cast. If you're even half a fan of the original one or half a fan of
The books.
space stories, go and see it.
Yeah, well worth it.
Treat yourselves and go and have a.
Yeah, and other than that, other new things we've been watching. Wheel of Time.
Yes,
we
that's
we
got
haven't
promise.
read the books. We haven't read the books, so we're not swayed by the things that we know they've changed, and we do know they've changed things. But I'm enjoying it.
It's got a good feel. It's a bit different.
It feels a little bit Hollywood at the moment, but
we've just sort of come to the end of Handmaid's Tale, where the power is held by the men, and obviously in Wheel of Time, it's the women hold the power.
They're not really holding the power because they're the servants of all. I
wouldn't want to mess with any of them witches.
No, quite. And the other thing we've been watching is Big Sky. That's been quite.
Yes, I was recommended by Big Sky it's on Disney Star.
Yeah.
My trucker friend Mark, he recommended it to me.
Yeah.
And wow, if anybody is new to it, stick with it. 1-2 episodes, and then my word, the places it takes you.
Yeah. So there we are. I haven't read much. I'm still trying to get through my Brandon Sanderson
Now,
book.
this is funny because this is one area where I am a multiple reader. I've got 3 on the go.
I've got 2 on the go.
So yeah,
but I haven't read. I haven't read much of one at all, and the other one, in fact, I read quite a lot in 2020 and haven't read much at all in 2021. Oh, I wonder why. Because we all had not much to do in 2020.
So I've got David Byrne's Earth at Bryn. David Bryn Earth.
Yeah.
In the truck. That stays in the truck and I read that. And then at home I've got the Bulgariad, David Eddings book 4. And I picked up something I think I've talked about, a
Blood Red Snow, isn't it?
Blood Red Snow, a memoir of fighting on the Eastern Front. Yeah. How he survived.
Gunther K. something or other. I made you put it away, didn't I? Because I forgot you might know.
Koshkorek.
Koshkorek. He sounds like he's our Russian.
Don't know. He's German. Don't know.
So, that's our reading and our stuff. So I think we'd better explain for the people that stuck around. Well done if you've stayed here so far. Certain video with Mr. Darcy's Cameron. And you were in hospital.
I was.
You were in hospital.
Short visit.
We need to tell people what happened. And I know Margaret's desperate to know, because Margaret's like, how are you guys? So I think...
Yeah, but storytelling is...
Oh, that's Chris Cross-Stitch's thing, isn't
Oh,
it?
no. I've got an idea. Hang on. Bear with me. Just going to make a phone call.
You're choosing to phone someone in the middle of our Flosstube.
It's poignant.
Relevant. Okay. Is it ringing?
Yeah, it's ringing. Sal. Yeah. Sal, look. No, Sal. Look, just listen, yeah? I've got a favour to ask you. It's a big favour. You're in America, we're in the UK, but we really could do with your help here. Got a little something to do for the people.
Sal does the toy box. He doesn't do stories.
Yeah, but Sal, you haven't got much to do at the moment, have you? You're just hanging around in Chris's toy box. Yeah? So look, do me a favour. Ask nicely. No, nicely, Sal. Ask nicely. Could you possibly pop over to the UK and help us with this little bit of something we've got to do? You will? Excellent. I look forward to seeing you. Done.
But I don't think...
You never know. I know, yes, it is a long way, but you never know.
I'm not sure that he's going to come, you know.
Well, how long should we give him?
I don't know. Let's give him a couple of minutes.
Thank you so much for watching, and take care. XXXOOO. Thank you, Brenda. I appreciate your comment so much. Oh, hey, Sal. What's going on? They want to do what? And they're where? And they want you to help? Well, imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. But, Sal, I'm sorry. I just can't let you go away that far. It's just out of the question. But you know, I may know of someone who is just perfect for the job.
Look, he's had long enough.
Yeah.
You know,
Not gonna work, is it?
I've got a feeling he's not going to come along.
No.
So maybe if I try and, well, maybe he needs some help. So what does Chris do? Does he?
Yeah, but
he kind of like does a wave his. No, I can't do that. Nobody can wave their hands quite like Chris can.
no.
So hang on, let me think. Hang on, let me. Oh, I know.
Yeah, go on. Do your Samantha thing.
I can't do a Samantha thing, but if I make my ears pop, maybe he will appear.
Okay, your eyes are going to pop out.
My eyes are going to pop out. Hang on.
What?
Who?
That's not Sal.
Who? Well, hang on.
I don't trust it.
Who are you?
The what? What was that?
I tell you what, he's got some bad breath.
It's all the rotting flesh that it eats.
Can you say that again, please?
No.
He says his name's Whip.
Is that what it was? Right. Okay. Hello, Whip. Yeah.
Well, do you know? Can you? I don't know. Where's Sal? Can you whisper this time? Okay. Well, apparently.
Uh-huh.
Thank you. No, right. Look. Well, apparently, Sal can't make it because Chris didn't want him to travel too far, and
it is a long way,
and it's quite late at night as well.
So this Whip knows Sal.
Yeah, apparently so.
And okay, and knows Chris.
Apparently so.
Right. Okay.
So you're going to help us. Right,
Cool.
okay. So, the story of David's knee.
4 weeks ago, unloading a lorry, we deliver fish up to a central place, and then it's delivered to different places. We bring the fish from Cornwall up to Bristol, and in the process of unloading the fish, I fell out of the back of the truck.
You fell out the back of the truck.
It was raining heavily onto the back of the trailer, and the fish leak all of its juices, and it was just ever so, I know, it's ever so slippery. And as I turned to put my foot on the ladder from the trailer, I slipped and tumbled out. Bashed my elbow, bashed my hip, bashed my knee, scraped all my thigh. And yeah, but I was well looked after. He can't stay if he doesn't behave. I was well looked after. First aid, leg was sterilised, leg was dressed. Each night that I delivered fish, it was dressed again. I thought it was okay. And then Thursday, a week ago Thursday, I was delivering up in Yorkshire, and just pain in my knee.
So you wound up in hospital ultimately.
Ultimately, yeah.
Because we're going to lose subscribers if you take too long telling the story.
Okay.
But effectively...
Infection in my knee.
He ended up with an infection in his knee, which swelled up.
Yeah, quite big, very painful. Amazing NHS. I can't thank the NHS. We're so lucky in this country to have free medical care. And so I was looked after for 5 days, coming out from hospital on Wednesday evening. But it was much fun, having an excuse not to do Darcy a favour. Not keen on the BDI. So yeah, that was it. That's the story of the hospital, and on recovery now. Back to work in a week.
Back to work in a week. So out of hospital, and definitely in my hair. Yeah, right.
You can go now.
You weren't actually much help.
No, useless in fact.
I think you've upset him.
Mm-hmm.
You're going somewhere, mate.
I'm mortified, you can tell.
Oh no, I'm mortified. You see, the thing is, he's just so much trouble, this one. That's mine. I'm going to have that back, thank you.
Yeah, no. Do the words and we can go before
Okay,
trouble
right.
ensues.
Are you going to help? No, okay. Right then. So, anyway, so we're off. We seem to have acquired a new pet. I'm going to put him down in a cage at some point, and it's like just a, yeah.
Get him trained.
Hopefully he'll. Can we send him back?
Yeah, from whence he came.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just wonder if I can just hang on. But no.
Still here.
Did you buy a one-way ticket or something? Right. Okay.
No,
well
wings.
then, I think we better just see if we can get rid of this one before Christmas and
Do the worms.
Hope the worms.
The worms. Do the worms.
Do the worms. Okay. No, no. Hope you all stay happy, healthy, wise, and well. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and ring the bell.
Ding.
Ding. Bye.